Starfleet Underground. Every week, we'll take a look at the latest Star Trek news and then check out a current or classic episode of Star Trek.
We're at the 56-year mission Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, and it's time for some brand new Lower Decks. The thrilling conclusion to last season's cliffhanger. Beckett, Boimler, Rutherford, and Tendi steal the Cerritos out of dry dock to go help out at an alien orgy.
What do you mean? Where the hell did you get all that money, Doc? What do you mean you stood near a slot machine and people kept feeding it into you and pulling your arm? You're not a slot machine.
He was holding an LCD screen and it just happened to be turned on and it happened to be sideways. And it's the curved one that everyone thinks is so cool.
And that wasn't his arm that they were pulling.
They weren't pulling his arm.
Oh my God. And how he came up here with all of these friggin' coins.
I've never seen a dot with a bigger smile on this LCD screen than that.
Wait,
he was really happy.
Wait, is that loop in the front of you? What the did you?
He got into the mood real quick.
God dog it. How much is that, Doc? What do you mean you have no idea? Let me see what in the coins. Come here. Those are dollar coins.
You know, we do have a show to do.
Oh crap!
So
That's right.
You might want to save the doc for later.
Go to the fucking cashier and bring back the money, okay? Oh my God!
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Oh my God! I can't believe the fucking thing. Believed it was a slot machine. Oh wait, we're broadcasting. I don't have the Cylon lights. Okay. Yeah, this is Starfleet Underground, and I'm Captain Nathan Adams. We have a full crew complement. We're actually on location today. We went to the Star Trek convention over here in Vegas. The 56 year, or is it 57 year? The
56.
56 year creation celebration thing. They lost the license to say Star Trek, so they just say creation, which means a horrible selection of t-shirts, but that's okay.
If they offer you a free shirt, only take it if you need a shirt.
Yeah, other than that, no, you don't want to do that. Apparently even bugs are protesting, and so there's that.
Somebody had a visitor in the shower.
Yeah, that thing was so big. It was like he walked into the room and that big roach was like, "I'm showering here." So
I thought it was cosplaying. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
the contest is tomorrow, you know?
That was pretty big. Other than that, we're all here. Heather, once again, is in hopefully a geosynchronous orbit in order to beam us out in case we get in trouble somewhere. Are you in a geosynchronous orbit?
I just have to say the Butler does amazing donuts.
From the replicator? Or are you talking
donuts
about donuts?
good. Yeah.
No. Next I'm doing figure
That's what all those
eights.
chemtrails were.
Oh my
Next I'm doing figure eights.
There's no wonder people are outside at night because doesn't that star look like a figure eight?
I thought somebody spun the high roller up like really, really fast.
Oh.
I can't help myself. It's just so wonderful having control of the ship.
And I heard on military band, because we're watching in case we, prime directive violation, and you can hear the military on there. All right, we have it on our site. It's gone. Now it's on our site again. It's gone. But wait, it's on our site. So you stop playing with the cloak up there because sooner or later they're going to get a lock.
Yeah, they're gonna get a lock on you and they're gonna blow your ass out the sky.
So just be careful.
And then we'll have to pick up pieces of Heather all over.
Oh my God! First off,
not to mention the tribbles
and the dots.
So if you're a child under the age of 18, you shouldn't be listening to us, because if you did right now, you get lucky. So you need to stop, or we're going to send the ghost of the Rat Pack to come into your room and kidnap you. So just don't listen to us.
Or the cockroach from the shower.
Yeah, that thing is mean.
That one's hiding under the bed.
No, it was singing West Side Story. I heard the roach is going to have his way tonight. So yeah, you just got to be careful with that.
Once you're a roach, you're always a roach.
Yeah. We are brought to you by our wonderful Patreon people. And we've had some Patreon people that came up. People I didn't even know listen to the show because they're like the silent. They don't make comments. They don't post anything. But they came up to us and tell us how they listen to us on the road, flying. And that was really nice.
Yeah, when Brian was like, he's like, I listened to you guys. I downloaded it before I got on the plane. I was like, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
People love listening to us. And Chief made some really good replication business cards, and we've given them out. They're really nicely done.
Well, I have.
There's a very, very small selection of those available. So if you have one, it's like one of 250.
It's a collector's item. So, and thank you also for our Patreon people. So we greatly appreciate and our regular loyal listeners. So I wanted to get that out of the way first. Next, we have a full crew compliment. Hopefully she's not.
You said already.
I did not. Well, yes, I did. Well, at any rate, I'm still going to mention the full crew compliment. Hopefully she's not playing with the cloaking button again. We have my wonderful science officer.
Who, me? No, I swear to God, I'm not fingering your captain's chair.
Whoa!
I'm Heather Ferris. I am the de facto captain of the Butler.
Heather the Fingerer.
She's got tiny fingers, though.
Well, apparently you don't have to have big fingers to finger.
I guess not. I guess maybe it's how fast you are with your fingers.
But they're fast because I saw in security she's there with the chair going tiny little circles, tiny little circles.
Hey, what I do in my spare time is, for
none of our
me
business.
and me, for me and the ship alone.
Exactly.
As long as you don't leave snail trails all over the halls.
I can't promise anything.
Okay, Heather, I think that
you just probably introduce number one.
Yes, I'm going to go next. And we have our computer foreign species liaison who's been liaisoning with foreign species all day.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm number one in the computer guy and the foreign species liaison. And yes, there has been some liaising going on.
And of course, our wonderful engineer. It's really kind of cool. He was in one of the halls and we went and sat next to him and he turned around and go, you're not worthy to sit here. Move. Get the fuck out of the way. This is my chair.
The screen said, if you didn't pay for that seat,
and
get the fuck out.
And he enforced it too. It's like, I don't care if you're sitting behind me. Move.
I mean, the whole big thing about creation is assigned seats. And these guys just came right in and sat down like they didn't care.
He's like, because we didn't care. It's like, I made special arrangements to get these high-end chairs. Don't you fucking sit here without doing the arrangements. This is my, so yeah, he made us go. We weren't going to.
Make us go.
So yeah, he made us go because we were actually wasn't going to listen, and all of a sudden you start going security. So yeah, there's that. Speaking of Chief,
hi everybody, I'm Rocky. I'm the engineer of the show and the ship, and I don't really have anything fun to say except I'm having a good time.
He makes us go.
I make us go, and I made them go.
Chair hog. Well, that's true.
And he got Captain Freeman freed.
Yes, yeah, sure I did. I had nothing to do with that. I think it was all Rutherford.
Because my name is Rocky. I made you go.
I blow up our home planet.
And so that was definitely, thank you everybody for being here. I already got the Section 31. Thank you again for giving us the USS Butler, even though that was a name that you gave it to us with, but that's how it's named now. So there's that. News-wise, Heather, you have any news for us?
Hi, Captain. So the late actress Nichelle Nichols will have her ashes sent to space. The launch is organized by Celestius Incorporated, a Texas-based company, and the upcoming memorial flight will be aboard a Vulcan Centaur rocket, which is still under development by the Boeing and Lockheed Martin company. A date for the launch has not yet been set. Sorry.
Because she will be sent, but it's not set
She
yet.
hasn't been sent yet either,
Well, it's a combination of two things, so that's a good thing. How about you there, number one? What do you got for news?
Well, like you said, we're here at the 56-year
56-year mission.
56-year mission. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. This Vegas heat has,
Were you one of those people that were up till 2 a.m?
No, but we were up kind of late though, weren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, it's just the heat just sucks it out of you, and not in a good way. But no, we're here at the convention. It's not in its normal location, so it's a little kind of weird. The setup is a little janky, but
it's not all bad.
No.
But
I mean,
how it, like, you have to tell us, like, how is it janky? Because some people like myself are not there. So what is it like?
Part of it's on the first floor. And part of it's on the 26th floor.
That is a little janky.
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's well, that's a good thing, or not a good thing. But you know how big the Rio is. It's like the place was designed to hold the Star Trek Las Vegas convention. I mean, it's like a big theater room on one side, and they got the two smaller rooms on the other side, and there's food in the bar room. There's a bar room, and it's a lot of fun at the Rio. And I would still see people go up on Facebook and bitch about the Rio. And I'm like, I'm a simple guy from Northern California. When I come into Vegas, the Rio's fancy to me because it's a fucking suite. Okay, so I'm like, people are bitching about how old the furniture is. I'm like, dude, this is nice. I'm a simple person, I guess. They come over here to Bally's, and they're like, holy shit, I was so wrong about the Rio. The Rio is wonderful because Bally's is like nowhere near the size of the Rio, and their convention space is like way smaller than the Rio.
But this room is a lot nicer than the Rio or the Gold Coast.
This room is fucking badass, isn't it? I mean, This room is great. I've got all kinds of room in here. I think when they designed the hotels, they didn't realize how cool conventions were because they made the rooms nice and fat over here, but the convention center is a little bit smaller. I think they repurposed or added on or something. I don't know what the construction of the place is. They even got a freaking food court mall downstairs.
It is an old building.
Yeah,
the roofs have been updated, but it's technically an old building.
Yeah. So they had so much space to work with, and that's understandable considering the way, you build a building 30, 40 years ago and you're still using it versus other places. They just knock it all down and build another one. But yeah, the convention center.
Which might be Bally's fate.
It might be the fate. It's the fate of Vegas in general. They just blow it all up and then rebuild it again.
It gets knocked down, but it gets built up again.
Exactly. Never going to keep it down.
Yeah. Bally's was built in 1973.
Dude, I was built in 1973. Yeah. Wow.
You were built Ford tough.
Yeah, something like that. But
this is formerly the MGM Grand Hotel.
This is the one that caught fire and people died. And they basically invented modern day fire limits and fire regulations for what the hell was that? Is that your phone talking?
Yeah,
no, it's the computer guy. He's taking a computer again. But
the way you have sprinkler systems built in the buildings now, and big exit signs on the doorways and shit.
Yeah,
that was because of this fucking building caught fire.
That explains,
great place to have a convention.
Yeah, isn't it great?
That explains why I see people walking through the walls. I thought there was like a panel or something. Fucking ghosts.
You thought people were just being out of phase. They're not out of phase. They were actually.
I see dead Trekkies.
That is not cosplay.
I thought it was. Okay, well, that answers that.
And don't just ask the cockroach what it thought. So this is a crazy building compared to the Rio. The convention size is about, I would say, 2/3 of the space of the Rio as far as the big room.
Yeah.
And
okay.
But it's so you walk in, it feels like you're in like the front 2/3 of the Rio, but you're missing the back third.
There was hardly any like general admission like seats available.
Yeah,
it was they had the gold, the captains, the whatever.
It's like they put the same layout in and just said, "Oh, we don't need so many generals."
Yeah. So they had the general preferred seatings, marked off, but then the actual just general admission, which is what me and Nathan had, like maybe 4 or 5 rows.
And their solution to that is put up a sign saying, "Don't sit where you didn't pay for."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they invented that for somebody that we know.
Yeah. And the seats all the way in the back, they hand you opera glasses so you can see the screen.
Oh my.
The other thing you're missing from the previous years of the Rio, they don't have those extra rooms that had things like the cool ass bridge and all the interesting displays. They do have a room upstairs that has the virtual reality Otoy demonstrations that the Roddenberry people are working on.
The archive.
That's what it's called, the Roddenberry Archive. And that's pretty fascinating. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
It is nice.
But it's fascinating what those guys are doing with that.
Yeah, it is nice.
And then they got the 2 rooms upstairs, which are, almost about the same size you would think at the Rio, maybe a little bit tinier, but there's somebody skimped on the food budget because they only have drinks upstairs once in a while.
Oh no.
You see, at the Rio, you could kick back in they called it Quarks or Jimmy's. Yeah. You could always just meet over there because it was always open when the whole thing started and it was open till it closed.
And they had food all over the place.
And they had food, they had music, they had all kinds, they have a stage.
Well, the Rio also didn't have a cockroach problem.
They had a grasshopper problem.
They did have a grasshopper problem.
The Rio had a problem one year I heard with, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a disease it's a lung disease you can get from air conditioning.
Legionnaires.
Legionnaires disease. Yeah.
Oh, are you
That
serious?
was like 10 years ago or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. It
It was like when we first started coming here.
Oh, okay. But overall, though, I have no major complaints. I mean, yeah, you got to wait a few minutes to get in the elevator to go where you need to go. And if you hang out upstairs at night and they close down, you got to wait. It's like coming home from a rock concert. You got to wait for all the people in front of you to get the fuck out of the way so you can get in your elevator and go where you need to go. But, considering if you were at the Rio, you still have to walk across a friggin' convention center's length of walk to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
And sometimes even across the whole friggin' casino to get to your room. Whereas here, it's not as big of a deal.
No, and at least they got some elevators that goes to like the 26th floor, so you don't have to go in it.
Yeah,
So if you go
specifically
in,
for the 26th
yeah.
floor.
So if you go in and you're like, you want 17, get the fuck out. It's only for 26. It's like, okay.
Yeah, they've got a couple set aside for express, and that's pretty nice.
So, yeah.
They do have the thing. They have another tower on the other side of Bally's that is a whole nother. They put rooms in over there, and that is a little bit of a walk. But it's fucking Vegas. You're going to be walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to walk anywhere.
So should we actually get to the show?
No, because then Rocky's got to do his news.
Ooh, very good.
Oh.
Okay, so
I thought he was like, slipping off mine. So I thought
I'm
that
just
was
commentating. I can't fault creation at all for the job they're doing. And I see people bitch and moan about it a lot of times on Facebook. And you have to sit back and think about this for a second. How do you book over 100 and so many guests to get there on the exact dates and juggle their schedule and time to get them in the right place at the right time for your show? It's a hard challenge to do.
Just
coordinate all those people.
Just overcharge the people who are coming, and you can pay everybody and make them happy.
And then some other fucking movie production happens, and they book your actor away from you, like a week before. Or John Delancey gets fucking COVID, but he'll be fine later on. Yeah, it was kind of like, shit happens. This is real life. This isn't like going to the movies.
And rumors is there's supposed to be a special guest, and we heard that it might be Patrick Stewart.
I'll be surprised. That's for sure.
Yeah, and
I
it might be
hope
him
so.
because they're going to be announcing Picard 3. So they get the whole crew for Picard here, almost all the cast members except for Allison Pill. So it'd be, plus I heard she wasn't coming back anymore.
Cast, who's going to be in season 3.
Yeah, so maybe they're going to be there too.
It's
so
very interesting who's showing up. It's it's fun to hear there's a big rumor, and I didn't know about it till these guys took me to lunch.
Well, the cab drivers knew.
The cab drivers know everything, right?
Yeah, they do.
So anyway, my actual news, if you guys wanted to look at the news, apparently Paramount has shuffled their directors again for Star Trek 4. So they had Matt Shakman tapped to do Star Trek 4. And Marvel took him. He's going to direct Fantastic Four for 2024.
Matt Shankman?
Did I say that wrong? Shackman is what I got written down.
Shackman?
I have such horrible typo skills.
Because I think Matt Shankman he was a former choreographer who did.
This is the guy that directed WandaVision.
Okay, I don't know if it's the same guy then.
I may have copy and pasted incorrectly, but whoever they had directing isn't going to do it. They're looking for another director again.
How do you copy and paste incorrectly?
I could fuck that up so good. It's underlined like I misspelled it, so I know it's fishy. But my iOS skills are just so good. But Paramount's looking for a director, so if you want to put your name in the hat, good luck with that one. They don't know if they're going to make their deadline of December 22nd, 2023 to get the movie out. I think that's the journalist speculating right there.
No, you were right, Rocky. It's Shackman.
It is
Matt
Shackman.
Shackman.
Matt Shackman. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's just hilarious. So like, how hard is it to get a director to direct Star Trek? Apparently, these guys that can handle this kind of movie they want to do are busy trying to do other movies like that.
Yeah, they're in high demand.
High demand. So good for them. They should have gotten Tarantino to do the R-rated pulp Trek.
It might have been X-rated when he was done with it.
They should have done it when they had the chance, and now they missed out on that. Other side news I was there the morning of Denise Crosby's panel, and she said in front of God and everybody, there will be a Tasha Yar that you will see. So some way we're going to see her image in Picard season 3.
But
wait a minute. Didn't she
Tasha
die?
Yar died,
We
yes.
may not see her. We just may see a picture of her. We have
By the
no idea.
skin of evil.
She could be the Tasha Yar.
The version.
Yeah.
Could be.
Or her daughter.
She
Yeah.
dropped just
Or a
ever
mirror
so slightly
universe.
with those few, like a 5-word sentence. You will see Tasha Yar, and it's like, oh, okay.
The convention go wild.
The people went a little nuts. Yeah. So it was morning. So it was only a few people there in the morning. Nobody's gets to the first panel in the morning. Everybody seems to miss
Except
that.
Rocky.
Except me and the person from TrekMovie.com, which I copy and pasted that one from.
She must be so humble because she told him basically, go fuck yourself. You're not using my character right. And like 2 years later, please have me come back somehow. And they brought her back.
I think because there's different blood running Star Trek right now.
Yeah.
There's that you see these actors coming back into the shows.
Yeah.
Like you never could have imagined them to come back and do Star Trek anymore.
And for those who don't know, Bing Crosby is Denise Crosby's grandfather.
Yes. So there's
Little
that
trivia for you.
Yeah. And if you want to get a little bit more, I mentioned TrekMovie.com because I love their news coverage. They've got a lovely interview with Terry Matalas, the showrunner for Picard Season 3, talking about things that we will actually see in Season 3 of Picard.
Cool.
So make sure you guys give a listen. My news is on September 8th. I don't know when you guys are going to listen to this podcast, but September 8th is going to be Star Trek Day. So if you didn't get an invite like my number one and I did, they're going to be streaming live from the Skirt Ball Cultural Center.
Skirt Ball.
That's what I just said.
Not skirt ball. That's a whole different thing.
I want to do a website called Skirt Ball.
Yeah, there's going to be include back
It's
to
not going to
back.
be what you think it's going to be.
No, it's
going to be
there
men
might
wearing
already
skirts.
be
It's going to be men in skirts.
There might already be a website
So-
like that.
Oh God, Heather probably knows.
so I'm not going to put that into the search. However, they're going to have back-to-back panels with stars across the Star Trek franchise and exclusive news. Now, there's going to be on Paramount Plus live performances as well as a tribute to Nichelle. So the event's going to be on Thursday, September 8th, starting at 12 p.m. and at 3 Eastern. It's going to kick off live. From the red carpet event, it's going to be Jackie Cox is going to be the red carpet, as well as Mary Chieffo interviewing cast members from past to present.
Oh, speaking of Picard, during the Picard panel, when Issa Briones was asked to sing "There Are Worse Things I Could Do," that bitch fucking killed it.
That was amazing.
Oh,
and the
my
sound
God.
guy fucking rocked her mic so loud in the
Oh.
theater.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I don't know if the sound person did it or she did it because she has that amazing voice that she has.
I don't know.
I got chills, man.
She
I don't-
coulda- yeah, it was amazing.
I don't want to say Patrick was excited, but when he stood up, the chair was wet.
You know, the video clip went viral on Twitter.
Oh, good. So
Wow.
you've seen it already. I don't have to post it.
Oh, yeah.
I got it recorded. I just, you record so many of these things, they can, okay, I can post. Oh, that's a good thing to post or edit. There's no way to do it now because now I'm doing a podcast. And after this, I'm going to go watch another show. So you'll get my coverage later. But it was cool. And then they sang Jonathan Frakes Happy Birthday.
Yeah,
That
was
was a
Birthday
nice.
was on the
surprise.
19th.
Yeah,
And-
that was good.
Yeah, he just recently turned, did he just
70.
say 70?
Wow.
7.0
Holy
upgrade.
cow.
And he looks like spry. He looks like he's like in his 50s. So
He
that's
looks good for 70.
He really does.
Yeah, a lot of these actors look really good for their
Yeah.
age. And
So-
it's amazing when you get George Takei up there. And George Takei is like
80 something.
80 something now too. And then Walter Koenig is up there as well. And they literally come up on and they say the jokey line, it feels great to be here. It feels great to be anywhere because you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And now Nathan's going to start saying that.
Oh, pretty much.
I'm going to
getting
start
there.
saying that pretty soon.
I'm finding wrinkles on my teeth.
Wow.
It's getting up there. I got an interesting question. Heather, are you there?
Hi, Captain.
Since you've been up there all by yourself, I'm just wondering, did you create any trivia stuff for us?
I do have some trivia. Do you guys want to do a little trivia?
Might as well before we get started on Lower Decks
Yeah,
because
maybe not.
I was going to get you started on the
No?
Enterprise.
What was that Badgie?
Okay.
It kind of sounded like
Go ahead, get
Badgie.
started.
There was a cosplay. They did the cosplay contest, and Badgie was the one that won it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That was really cool. The
Oh,
people are
cool.
still. I tweeted the picture out. They're
And
still
someone did
retweeting it.
someone did like a crocheted porpoise or whale from Cetacean Ops.
Yeah, we have a cetaceans ops dolphin out there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
that was pretty cool. And another one we saw the Crystalline Entity, and she actually had to fly with that thing. So she had to construct it the way she could compress it down, put it in luggage, and take it back out and wear it. That was pretty amazing to me. There was a Borg Iron Man mashup which was so cool.
That was probably Jerry.
There's amazing cosplay going on.
Well, what do you have for us on trivia-wise?
Okay, so the first trivia question is, George Takei once urged Star Trek and Star Wars fans to end their rivalry and to unite their hatred against this movie series. What series was it?
Battlestar Galactica?
That's not
No, that wasn't a movie series.
Why would George Takei unite in the way of hate? That
But
doesn't
no.
sound like
It's
George.
It's the Twilight series. I completely agree with him 100%.
Oh, the vampire kids, the twinkling vampires.
That's
okay.
funny.
The
That's
Twinkling
funny.
Man. Okay, here's another one. Which Voyager crew member turned down the job 4 times before agreeing to be on?
Kate Mulgrew?
Nope.
Nah.
Jerry Ryan.
Yep, you got that.
That would make sense. That's the only one. 'cause
Captain got a point.
Everyone else would just go for it. She turned it
Okay,
down
this
4
one's
times.
hard.
Wow.
Yeah, 4
I
times.
don't remember that. That's news to me.
This one's hard.
That's what she said.
Oh, what?
Oh, hello.
I don't have my boing sound effect. I'm going to dub that in later. Boing.
Mike McMahon named Beckett Mariner after who?
Samuel Beckett and...
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't know.
Mariner.
Captain?
Mariner, a pitcher?
Sounds like a pitcher for the Mariners, doesn't it?
No.
Actually, wow, that's a good one.
They're like from Philly or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He named the character after his sister, Beckett Mariner McMahon.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
cool.
was nice.
What?
Yeah.
Who names their
it's his
sister Beckett Mariner?
Who names a major character of their show after their sister?
One that
He did.
people get along with them.
Yeah.
She must have some serious shit on him for him to have to
Oh my God,
name
that's
a character in a
hilarious.
show after her.
or I just couldn't think of anything good.
And then here's the last one. Director J.J. Abrams glued which actor's fingers together because he couldn't do the Vulcan salute?
Oh, that was Simon Pegg, wasn't it?
Nope.
No, it was Benedict.
No.
Wasn't Benedict? Don't tell me it was Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
That's pretty
Yep.
funny. Another
that's-
point for the captain. Y'all suck it.
That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, after how many guesses?
Well, it doesn't
He was
matter.
one of
I
the-
still got it.
He was one of the ones that was supposed to be at this convention. And
Yeah, he
they
canceled
He's
last
not
minute.
there?
No, he
No,
canceled last
canceled.
minute.
You
Yeah,
heard
we were-
Patrick was
Why?
here looking for him.
That
so-
was one of the photo ops I wanted. but
I heard Patrick
Oh,
scream
no.
like Shatner did Khan from,
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Did he have COVID or something?
No.
I think it was shooting. They were shooting because I saw Wilson Cruz had a post where he was heading back to
Toronto.
Toronto to shoot stuff. So maybe Zach was. They were doing some pre-production stuff for the Trek 4 movie. I don't know, but who knows?
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
That was the last question.
That was the last question. So
Yeah,
y'all need to
we just-
bow down and worship me because I got 2 of them right.
We were keeping score?
No.
I was. Yes,
Whatever.
you may touch me now. I am
thank you.
royalty.
Well, we should actually get onto the show so that
Yeah, we're
Rocky
going
is
to-
not late for the gala.
Yeah, that's true. He's got his tuxedo and
I've got
everything
an assigned
already.
seat. I can waltz in there halfway through the thing.
Yeah, he's got it assigned seat.
Dude, he has women following him around.
No, it's really funny because if someone's in the seat, Rocky just looks at him and goes, "Move, move." All right, well, I guess we can get started. Those of you know how much Heather does not like Enterprise, so she is actually took this assignment on with great zest.
Oh, number 1 was so kind to switch last week with this week.
And don't you forget it.
Okay, so the episode that we watched this week was Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 1, Grounded. It first aired August 25th, 2022. Teaser. Future Tech. The at-home rage room. Mariner is infuriated as she is watching the news, which, we've all been there at some point. She rage quits via a potted plant, upsetting her father. Be patient and trust the system. Oh, fuck that shit. Especially since the judge assigned to the case is a renowned conservative activist. Taking matters into her own hands, Mariner decides it's time for a jailbreak.
Who's she going to jailbreak?
That's funny.
It's gonna be a jailbreak.
That was actually kind of funny. You know, Dad is trying to tell her just, you know, basically let the grown folks handle their business. And Marion is like, fuck that shit. I'm going to break all the plants because I hate plants anyway.
She breaks all the screens. Marion, you can just tell screen off is all you have to say.
Dude.
No, you're just going to fucking throw plants at it. Why not?
Just give her an edible.
Oh my God, I love that her coping mechanism is breaking shit.
She's violent.
She's just all over the place. And Dad is just mellow and is just like,
Dad had the edible.
Just let it handle. Well, he has to dealing with Mariner. She was like,
Dude.
She was like the irritable syndrome owl. Fuck that, fuck this, fuck you, fuck that. She was like, she didn't care.
Dude, Link from The Legend of Zelda was probably her inspiration or person she looked
Only
up
somebody
to.
who play a video game and get stuck playing video games can have that kind of vengeance against the screens.
Yeah, she was not happy.
Against potted plants.
And plants too, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how he told her, just go outside, go breathe some non-recycled air.
Right? You're
I'm
on Earth.
so
Hello.
happy They have non-recycled air still.
And she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm on Earth. This is so weird.
What did she call the
She
bridge?
said she felt useless.
She called that big dumb
Yeah.
red thing. I just love that she completely. Yeah, people like the bridge. I like I like the bridge too. But it's the big dumb red thing nowadays in Starfleet because you look at that Golden Gate Bridge and you're like, why? Nobody drives over that thing anymore.
Right?
I'd love that.
That was
joke.
hilarious.
I think people from San Francisco just fucking love that joke.
That was really
It was nice that
funny.
they had that in the background, though. That was a nice
I
homage.
always dig how you see Starfleet and boom, there's the bridge right there, and then they cut to a shot in LA someplace.
Yeah, and it's
yeah.
downtown with the homeless, and
Man, yeah, what a world.
They had a lot of Easter eggs, especially in the teaser. Did you guys notice them?
no,
There were a lot of
Enlighten us.
and news stories scrolling by
Exactly.
at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, the news stories I thought was pretty cool.
The news stories were really awesome. So did you guys recognize any of them?
Well, the first one, you had to catch it really quick because very quickly it said Admiral Jellico.
Yep.
Admiral
Jellico
Jellico.
bands.
Who are the Zebulon sisters?
They've appeared twice so far. So they
are
appeared
they
in
related to the Dura
season.
sisters?
I don't think so.
No.
Their name starts with a Z. That's nowhere near the D's.
They were the Choo Choo Dance. They were on season 1, episode 6, Terminal Provocations.
who it
The
was?
Choo Choo Dance. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They
that's
also
right.
were on season 2, episode 3. We'll always have Tom Paris.
Wow.
And then, if anyone doesn't know Captain Jellico, he's the Next Generation Chain of Command, season 6, episode 10.
And he hates fun.
And he hates fun.
Is it
Absolutely
Ronny,
hates
Ronny
it.
Cox?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ronny
Yeah,
Cox.
Ronny Cox. Just great.
Yeah, from RoboCop.
Yep. And,
Yeah,
and
the
Beverly
next-
Hills Cop and all those great movies.
It's funny
from the
that
80s.
you could just say Captain Jellico and you immediately know that it was Ronny Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next ticker after that was the Buffalo Solar Knights Eclipse, London Keynes in the game 1 of ELDS. Do you guys know who that is?
Electric Latter-day Saints.
No, the London Keynes. Does that ring any bells?
The soccer group.
Nah.
It's Cisco's favorite baseball team.
That's right.
Really?
That's right. That was rattling around in my head, but I couldn't lock it down.
They're prepping for that
That's
crossover, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're paying DS9 some love this
Yeah.
season.
They are.
That
And
was
then the
pretty
next
cool.
ticker after that, I have 2 more tickers. 6-year-old, I know, right? 6-year-old Zach Dorn, the youngest to be crowned the Stratagma. Is that right?
Stratagema.
Patrick?
Yep, strategy,
Strategy.
man.
Okay. Grandmaster. And then do you know what episode that came from?
It was a TNG
It
episode.
was the one where Data had to play video games with that dude who's a character actor that I also recognize from a movie that had Ronny Cox in it. From
Exactly.
Total Recall. Not the original one. Not the new one, but the original one. But
And that was the Next Generation, season 1, episode 21, Peak Performance.
which has one of the greatest lines
what did Data do?
in the whole thing. Data didn't play to win anymore. He just played to keep even.
He busted them up.
Yeah, but Picard had the greatest line. It says, sometimes you could do everything right and still lose.
Ah, yes.
It is not a flaw. It is life.
That's line.
You know, and that
Yeah,
was a really
that was a good one.
line
Good
that a lot
episode.
of people didn't take. Yeah, I agree.
And then the last ticker was Country Stampede. Dozens of teens injured rushing the stage at the Sonny Clemonds concert. Now, do you know who Sonny Clemonds is?
I'm guessing, because I only, couldn't think of somewhere. I'm trying to, my best educated guess. Is it the guy that was frozen and resurrected? He was like the country singer that was on that rocket ship they resurrected?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yep, he was frozen in 1994, and that was season 1, episode 26, the neutral zone.
Yes, that's right. They were right by the neutral zone when they found them. Okay, yeah. I remember that. That was great. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so that was all the tickers. And then we saw the News Federation News Network. If you were watching Picard, that's where Picard gave the interview, and also where Jake Sisko worked as a journalist.
Okay. It goes back that far. I haven't had my DS9 rewatch yet. That's the next one for me as soon as I get done with Enterprise. And it's going to take a while to get to that. So the other thing I noticed about FNN News was they had the journalism camera walk or whatever for the bridge crew. And while Beckett's throwing things at the screens, it was Shax and a doctor, the Cation doctor.
Were they having sex on the bridge?
No.
There's a guy cosplaying that here today. That's cute.
Oh my God. I saw pictures of that. That was so awesome.
You need to send that to me because I haven't seen that yet. Oh, that's great. But they're like, no comment. And she's like, get the fuck out of my way. It just had to, I wasn't expecting that. And Lower Decks hit you so hard and fast. And that just blowed me over right in the middle, right in the beginning of the show. It was great.
That was fantastic. I think that was one of my favorite quotes from the teaser. And then also before we get to the next section, 2 things. They updated the opening. Did you guys notice?
Crystalline Entity there before?
The Crystalline Entity was not there before. That was new.
That was awesome.
That was new.
Everybody's getting into the action over there.
It's getting worse every single season. They just keep adding more characters or more villains to it.
I'm waiting for the probe from Star Trek 4 to show up to that. It's just a matter of episodes. Someone
here was the probe.
I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Just don't bend over in front of him.
Don't bend over in front of the probe person.
Oh my. Okay, last Easter egg for the teaser. I told you there was a ton of them. Admiral Les Buenamigo.
That's such a
that sounded completely inappropriate. Buenamigo.
It means good friend in
funny,
Spanish.
But it's like, seriously, that's going to be your name for that? Okay.
I mean, that seemed, to me, just seemed really racially insensitive.
If not, it seemed like that's the best you could come up with.
Yeah. Buena amiga. I mean, come on.
It was voiced by Carlos Alzaraki. I'm going to totally butcher that. Who is known for his roles as Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, Spyro the Dragon in the 1998 video game, and James Garcia in Reno 911. And his daughter is Riley, who voices Rok Tahk in Prodigy.
That's the connection. Okay.
I liked Rocco's Modern Life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it?
I mean, I didn't watch all of it. I mean, I only watched, some episodes, but I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Wake up.
I'm not sleeping. I'm waiting for the conversation to lull so I can go next section.
Next section.
Are we lulled efficiently yet?
We're officially lulled.
Okay, we've lulled.
Okay.
Heather, lull.
Act 1, Avengers Assemble. Ew.
Excuse me.
Did that come through? I wonder if I could take that one out.
Sorry, it was the carbonation from the
Might have to leave that one in. We apologize for the gas.
Mariner must assemble a team to help her with this mission, and the first person on her list is Boimler. Onward to the Raisin Vineyard, where Boim is surrounded by gorgeous chicks that desperately want to jump his bones, but he is completely oblivious and slightly annoyed by all of the attention. Thrilled to get out of Raisin duty, Boimler joins Mariner, telling her about the crew logs that he used to copy in his spare time. Perfect. Those will prove her mother's innocence. Too bad they're on the Cerritos. Mariner needs a skeleton crew of engineers to get there and immediately thinks of Rutherford. At that moment, Rutherford and Tendi are sitting in the exact restaurant owned by Captain Sisko's dad. They are trying to decide what to do next. Go see London Kings, the baseball game, or go to Cockranland, the theme park. A news bulletin. No, that's totally the name that I gave this for the entire summary. It's Cockranland, just like Disneyland. A news bulletin pops up with an update of Freeman's trial, and Tendi wonders how Mariner is taking it. Perfect time for Mariner's entrance, which Boimler notes to the astonished pair. They quickly agree and off to the transporter. Expecting to do a 007 takeout of the veteran security guard in charge of the transports, they are surprised to find a kind, gentle, grandfather-like transporter chief who admits peacefulness, washing great shame and discomfort over the group. They admit their plans when he calls them out, and then he proceeds to make them soup. Giving them sagely advice, Transporter Chief suggests a shuttlecraft, specifically the replica of the Phoenix at Cochrane Land theme park. Beam us to Montana. Oh, the magical sights, sounds, and smells of Cochrane Land.
Calm down, Heather.
So
It will always be Cochrane Land in my mind.
So I was like, with Boimler, I'm like, either he's completely oblivious to these chicks like throwing their panties in his face.
Oh my God.
Or he's just like, yeah, okay, just leave me alone. Get away. Bye.
You want to test
Boimler
the
is
sweetness
so
of
gay.
my bushel?
Right? I was like, oh my God.
That was so
You want to
funny.
take me to the privacy of the picker shed?
That was so funny. All my clothes are wet. Can you help me remove them?
I'm soaked in juice and need help getting naked.
That one particularly.
Just spray off with the hose, Leanne. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
I
to
was
me it was either he was
laughing so fucking hard.
so oblivious that he just did not get it, or he did notice, but he was just didn't have time for it. He was like annoyed by it. He was like, just go away, you know.
That was so funny.
He was like, I am not even interested in you people. You are not what I think of when I jerk off.
You know, all of those women. And it was funny because even though they spoiled it in the coming attraction, when you first zoom in, he looks like Picard because his face is hidden. He's got the hat and everything else.
Vineyard.
Yeah,
He
it's
was-
a regular vineyard.
He was wearing the same clothes too.
Yeah, until he sucked in that bug.
Reminds me of the food court, by the way.
So
Yeah.
that was funny. And then, of course, Mariner, he's like, I need your help. And she's waiting for him to give this long diatribe on why he can't do it. And he goes, I'm out of here. I'll do it. And she's like, wait, what?
It's like, wow, okay.
It usually takes you it's a lot more convincing to get you to do something, but okay.
He's like, they're not even doing wine. They're doing raisins.
Which is the opposite of wine.
Drying grape. I'm just
You
like,
know?
really? That's all they do?
It's just the opposite end of making wine. You just,
So-
instead of pressing the grapes, you just let them dry out.
Which is kind of funny because it's a total opposite of Picard.
Yeah.
And Nathan and I got Boimler raisins.
Oh, nice.
So we
They
do
have them?
some.
They have them
they have
there?
Boimler raisin boxes.
So we got a
Oh
Boimler
my
raisin box.
God.
That's cool.
So we'll have to take pictures and show. But it was kind of neat the way they see that. And that old man totally knew what he was doing. He knew that they were in there to hijack him.
I was like, oh, usually the people come here to, hit me over the head and take over my transporter. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Pops out the face and points it out. I was just like, wow, they're onto them.
That was so funny.
He may be old, but he ain't stupid.
And he's
No.
like, oh, you
Nope.
poor kids, let me make you some soup.
Yeah, this is like, let me give you toast and soup.
Still the sweetest old dude. I love
You
that.
know,
It was so
no, let them
adorable.
eat cake. Let them eat soup.
that was funny. And they all like, oh, we just can't. Even Mariner was like, we can't do it now.
She got offered a butterscotch candy.
I know.
That was totally like,
And he
oh
did-
man,
he
this
did
is
it-
the sweetest dude on the planet.
He did it right on cue. She's like, I can't beat him. He's like somebody's grandpa. Butterscotch.
I just love how he's like, oh yes, and he starts talking about his dear old wife that passed, and that's right about when she was about to whack him over the head. And she's like, oh, can't do it. It's too sad.
That was funny.
And who is that wacko when they get to Bozeman and they're getting ready to steal the rocket? Who's that wackadoo who got the rocket with them?
Oh, he was funny. He was
He was a rando.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Gavin, wasn't it?
He was definitely
He
Rando.
was,
Yeah.
he was supposed to be a botanist, I think, if
Yeah.
the notes are right.
We're gonna have to talk about him in
think
the,
that's
in the next section.
yeah.
Yeah, because that guy was a trip.
But I loved
Yeah, he was a botanist, so he's good with plants.
Yeah, he should have been the guy helping the girls with their raisins.
He was smoking some of those plants.
I love that they take it right to Bozeman, though. I thought that was wonderful, and they did Cockranland is just totally, it's an accurate description. You know, you freeze it and you're expecting to see somebody to hand you one of those cartoon drawn maps of the whole place.
It's just like Disneyland. And since his name was Cochrane, it's Cochrane Land.
He's got a giant statue and he's totally doing the Walt Disney, welcome to Disney, you know, welcome to Bozeman.
Exactly.
It's such a great thing.
It's one of those things that you cannot dare mention the title if you have a speech impediment. Because then it's like Cochrane Land.
I have a couple of those at home.
Can't do it.
I noticed though the line wait for the Phoenix, the ride time for the Phoenix was 25 minutes. That's just about what it is for the elevators here. It's not that bad. I'm joking, but I just kind of like they put that little detail in. I had to laugh at that because that's what it's all about at Disneyland.
Yeah, there's the lines.
Waiting in the fucking line.
It's the lines.
Yeah.
And so the way they did is just like one of those well, that's next section. So I guess we should get there.
When they were, before we get there, when they were in the line and he was talking, you know, put your snacks away before you get to the.
Oh yeah,
James Cromwell came back to voice this.
I noticed
wonderful.
that. That was really good.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice little text there.
Yeah.
We glossed over the section at Cisco's. Boimler got that hot that
that shit was funny.
The Ketracel white.
Okay.
Oh, that
Okay.
shit
You guys
was
want to talk to me about my typos? I just noticed this. Instead of saying Ketracel white, it says let Rachel White hot sauce.
Oh wow.
Who the fuck is Rachel? Why am I going to let her get the hot sauce?
Wasn't she in your room last night?
Autocorrect.
Is that where the green came from on the sheets?
That was funny because he sits there, puts a little dab on his food, and his face is beat red.
And Mariner's just sucking down the bottle.
And she's like, oh, it has a little kick. I have this totally in common with Boimler. So I have a Boimler thing. I take hot sauce like he does. Cut a couple drips. I am in fucking tears. I can't handle hot sauce.
You are so white.
I love it. I can't do it because I'm a fucking white boy.
You know, and Marina used like half the damn bottle. She's like, this is
Can I
a
get some
little
more,
kid.
please? Like, just dunking it out. Like
That was funny.
Did you guys recognize the name on the jar?
It was Ketracel White from
Ketracel
the
White.
Jem'Hadar.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's the Jem'Hadar stuff that they use for energy.
Yeah.
They wind up.
They gotta have it.
Yeah, but they wind
It's
up
like their
in
drugs.
Yeah.
In Star Trek Online game, they actually go through a process where they wind up kicking a habit. So there's a mission you
it
can
was a big
use where
deal.
it kicks
Yeah.
the habit.
That was a big cool
Interesting.
project.
Yeah, so that was a big thing.
The Vulcan Slide.
That was
genius?
hilarious.
Did you guys love the Vulcan Slide?
For off the ship?
They made the ship the slide.
That was funny.
It's the actual historical monument, and they made it into a kids' playground.
Kids slide.
Yeah, that was funny.
Going down, it's like, whee!
That
It's
was
that
funny.
was
You know,
the
I mean-
fucking Vulcan starship that lands and says, hello, humans. And they fucking
As,
get a
as
slide.
Archer said, the Vulcans have fucked us for 100 years, so why not make their ship a slide?
Might as well.
That I wouldn't surprise if Archer was behind it.
It probably was. Probably has his name on a plaque on the side. Brought to you by Archer.
Admiral Archer.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can go to the next section.
Okay, before we go on to the next section, Rutherford was wearing the same sweater that Jake Sisko was wearing.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So,
Another
Okay.
DS9 reference. They got the wardrobe going.
And Heather always catches these things. Go ahead.
well, that's why I love Lower Decks. They just fill it with so many Easter eggs. It's so fantastic. It's actually, when I go through here and I do some of the Easter eggs, I'm actually surprised when I click on stuff and I'm like, oh, that's the first time this has ever happened. There's no like history behind it. Okay, so Act 2, Grand Theft Shuttle. Once inside the theme park ride, Rutherford hotwires the shuttlecraft with the song Magic Carpet Ride playing in the background as they jet off into space. Unfortunately, a theme park stowaway comes with them. They finally arrive at the Cerritos, gifting the Phoenix to the stowaway, who's thrilled he doesn't have to be a botanist anymore. The gang finds Boimler's logs, but they are filled with useless information, such as farting, gas pains, and the fact that he dyes his hair purple,
he has lots
making
of
them
gas.
unusable.
Yeah, lots of gas.
Lots.
Heavy on the gas issues.
Well, it's all the raisins he eats.
And if that's not bad enough, he drops his tricorder in the toilet again.
He quickly admits defeat. Mariner and the others get ready to leave via the Joshua Tree shuttle, but Mariner pulls a fast one at the last second, ditching her crew and stealing the Cerritos.
Now, that whole thing, when they got up there, I thought it was kind of cool that they had the hologram to put in a little CD.
Jem and the hologram were there?
Yeah.
The magic carpet ride.
That was cool.
That was fucking awesome.
That was.
That was a big moment, a huge moment of the episode if you're a first contactor.
And they got the rights because they couldn't have played it unless they got the rights from the band. So who were nice. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
You know, so I like that. So that was nice. And the guy in the back, some rando, is like,
I mean, good Lord Almighty.
He's like, oh, hey guys. He just kind of sneaks in, creeps on your fucking shuttle ride.
He's like, what are you doing? Sit down. We're supposed to sit down.
And the poor rando's like, this entirely changed my life and it will never go back to being the same again.
He was just something else. And he's like a mini tyrant. He got those people that are soft-minded and soft-willed until they get power. And he just went ape shit.
I'm going to explore the galaxy.
See, this is my ship. I'm not going back.
This will not be the last you hear of. And the line cuts because the door
shuts.
Yeah. This will be the last you hear of me. I had to die at that one. That was hilarious. Good timing, comic.
It's basically, how can you tell someone that they're inconsequential just by cutting off them in mid-sentence?
Yes.
You know?
Just unplug their mic.
Exactly.
Oh. It's like, come on.
Okay,
really?
Nathan.
Please.
Nathan.
Don't even try it.
Nathan.
Don't even try
Nathan.
it. Don't even try it.
Mid-sentence. Nathan.
Hey, I'll turn that chair back around right.
Nathan.
Uh-oh.
This is what they're like when they're together.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's
He's
funny.
always-
I mean, people always think
Patrick
we're a couple.
is always, because you're always calling out his name.
No.
Say my name. Oh, but it was quite funny. Then they get there, like you said, and they get to Boimler because there's supposed to be this great revelation in his diary. And there's all these fucking stupid antidotes that he had on everything, you know? And it's like, dear diary.
I think I heard Ransom say my name today.
You know?
So he called me like Boiler or something. What did he call him wrong? I can't remember. I didn't write that down. But that was just like, he had all these things. He got caught sniffing the captain's chair again.
You know?
The fuck, Boimler?
It's like, seriously.
That's like Heather fingering the captain's chair.
That's
You know?
worse. If fingering's one thing, you can go wash your hand off, but if you're sniffing it, you're taking it in, man.
What do you think he was sniffing?
I don't know. The smell of command.
Maybe when Ransom was sitting there, after Ransom got
Maybe
That's what
why.
he really gets excited about.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't pick up those girls' offer. Maybe, who knows?
Exactly.
And the alien atmosphere giving him big, insane gas.
It was kind of sad because
apparently his hair is dyed purple.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nobody
That's not
knows
his
this.
natural color.
Oh my god.
you know, I mean, really.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah.
it's like you have your hope pinned upon him having the information, and you're like,
if you can't think of the worst combination
What the fuck?
of things on your log to have to be matched out with the save Captain Freeman from the law, and you got all these things, literally, I'm with Mariner on this. They'll be laughing stock.
you know, then I got to feel for her. You got to give her, Mariner has got a huge set of balls. First off, she's going to try to fly to Cerritos by herself and going to pull off this mad rescue mission by herself. Now, you sometimes can admire people like that, but then you think about it, it's like, that's your plan?
She has the overconfidence of one similar to, let's say, Captain Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why they're always compared to each other.
Yeah, I could see that. But, you know, the crew, they're still, well, that's next section, so I'm
Don't
not
do
going to say
the
anything.
thing. I'm totally going to
Gonna
do the thing.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, it's Spock.
Yep, that's
Don't do the
Mariner.
thing,
I
Captain.
love Mariner. She's like, I do what I want, you know? So
Yeah.
I do what I want.
she's got the sarcastic Vulcan salute, and she does what she wants. That's
Yeah.
what
What
she's
is that,
gonna do.
Cartman? Cartman, I do what I
I
want.
gotta do what I want.
I do what I want.
It's also Mariner. She also does what she
It's
wants.
like
And I'm surprised that I knew that was Cartman because I really don't watch South Park at all.
it's like Spock doing the upside down Vulcan salute. It's like live briefly and fail. Live briefly and fail.
Yikes.
You know, but yeah, I guess we can go to the next section because this section was kind of short.
I just, had to take a moment, and they called out, it seems to be a different thing about class as a class issue. It's Cali-Class. So
she kept bringing that up that it was California class. That like,
girl, that's pride. You got to have California love, right? That's what Californians
California dreaming, baby.
Yeah. So I think she needs to keep a more positive thought about Cali-Class.
It's just like a local. You have that love, but at the same time, that fucking bridge. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Bridge does not need to be there.
People love the bridge. Oh, I love how that dialogue comes right out, because naturally it's like, you know what? People love that bridge. They keep fucking have to repaint it all the time because it rusts away. Anyway.
Next section.
Okay. Act 3. Oh, we didn't save the day? Thinking fast, Rutherford reprograms the Joshua Tree shuttle to head back to the Cerritos so they could stop Mariner. All this commotion caught the eye of security, who noticed the ship driving away. After physically fighting for the ship, Rutherford locks her out of the control panel, and they receive a hail from security asking to come aboard for an explanation and credentials. Thinking fast, Tendi creates a story of how they are there studying the mating patterns of the verugament. Security buys the story, but they still need to see the signature of the authorizing captain. Our team is at a loss for words, and at the last second, Captain Freeman strolls in with Shax, T'Ana, and Mariner's dad, saving the day. After security leaves, Mariner asks what happened. Well, Starfleet conducted a secret investigation where they found the fabricator of the video that was on the news and had him interrogated by Tuvok. That uncovered the Packlids bombed themselves, hoping to frame Freeman and make the Federation feel guilty so they would relocate them to a resource-rich planet. Mariner is amazed that Starfleet came through, but is shuffled to the captain's ready room to receive her punishment. To Mariner's horror, Ransom is going to be in charge of reprimanding Mariner. And in the words of Jack Ransom, "I'm your mama now."
That,
I love that line.
It was a good one.
Funny.
That was fucking
That was
hilarious.
so funny because the dad came in and he did a typical dad thing, which is, I told you to trust me, that we were working on it. And she's like, well,
I love how everyone's like, dude, just trust the system. There's nothing else to do. We got to trust the system. It's like, it's a system. Starfleet.
She's like,
system.
I told you Starfleet wasn't going to do that. And she's like, she just wouldn't listen.
She would not. She had to take matters in her own hands.
If they'd been in 2022 and someone said trust the system, I'd have said nope.
You
a
know,
lot of people don't like the system these days.
no, until the system works for you, then okay, well, it's okay, can trust it because I'm getting what I want.
Yeah, most of the time it's doing some crazy shit because you sit there and watch the news and like, what the fuck is wrong with the system today?
Well, if they had trusted this system, they never would have experienced that orgy on the ship.
I know. So it's okay to not trust the system if you're going to get in an orgy.
Why did you say that? Now I can't get out of my head Boimler with his legs in the air like that.
That was a different orgy.
Oh my
That was a
God.
completely different orgy.
That's like one of the best shots.
Oh my
classic.
God.
And now he has to sign photos of that all the time.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's awesome.
For the actor to actually do that in real life at one of the conventions, and you have a picture of that.
It was hilarious.
Beautiful.
It was hilarious.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well,
It was awesome.
he's got a bromance going on right now
Oh,
with Ethan Peck and himself.
They've got the, what they call it, a spoiler?
A Boimler connection because of the crossover.
Oh, that's fun.
You should call it a spermler.
Yeah, but but the look on what you call's face when he says, "I'm your mother now," I didn't know they could make a cartoon look, smug and evil at the same time. That shit was funny.
That's going to be very interesting, that relationship.
And Mariner she knew she was in for it. She goes like, "Oh, the one time Mariner realized her life is going to be miserable."
She
the
looked
bridge.
scared.
Yes, she did, because she loved the bridge. She loves everything else. And then the part that you guys didn't talk about yet, which I thought was really funny, is on the news when they caught the guy in the Phoenix rocket. "I'm going to be king of the galaxy."
It definitely went to his fucking head, man. That guy, he's got power issues.
That was so
He had some
funny.
space madness going on.
I wonder if that guy was blamed for stealing the Phoenix.
Probably.
Every time they do a space show, they have to put one fucking lunatic on the crew of these are astronauts. These are people that trained their whole fucking lives. They're tested psychologically. They're supposed to be fucking perfect all the time. It's the only people we're going to send. And Hollywood always puts a fucking psychotic wackadoodle on board these crews. Someone's going to lose it and fucking start killing people.
You mean like the one at Asteroids with John Buscemi?
Yeah.
Who wanted to ride
the fucking nuke down.
To the bus.
Let me down. Yeah.
Or like in Alien where they both turn out to be robots.
Right. All the fucking robots are crazy on Alien.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just...
Well, they're in there cleaning up when the two officers come up on the Cerritos and they're like, what are you guys doing here? Oh, they're like, we're in a, they're
literally handling tentacles and
getting shocked, and then they're all
the
they got
alien
jizz all over them.
Ejaculation's the wrong name, but still, it's like the moment of procreation right there where it gets zapped and they're holding on to that. I was like, should you be touching that?
That was funny.
He's touching my penis.
That was funny, but it was a good beginning of a new season.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was.
Lower Decks is strong, and they hit you hard and fast the entire episode. I love it.
Also, too, the storyline for this episode was very similar to Star Trek 3 as Search for Spock when Kirk tried to steal the Enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
I thought there was going to be more. I thought they were going to do it together. I didn't realize Mariner's just going to fucking do it all herself.
Now, it makes me wonder, though, now that her mother has been cleared, are they still going to offer her command of her own ship?
Probably a Cali-Class just to
but she said that she was going to keep the Cerritos anyway.
I need them to put it back together. It's still naked. It's still very
true.
steampunk. They need to put the fucking panels back on.
Yeah, it's got a weird reddish glow to it. So that was like it was dipped in ketchup. But,
I mean, they did all that wonderful, even if it was like a second long sequence, the mooring clamps decoupling as it
that was off. Nice.
It was nice, fun action starship stuff.
That was nice. I did like that. I did like that a lot. But Mariner's going to get in trouble, but no trouble for the people who followed her because they're actually, accessories.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, we may find out next episode.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
I just figured they got away with it just like Mariner.
Mm-hmm.
Technically Mariner got away with it.
Well, she was the ringleader and they were always rough on her. So
yeah, take care of the leader first.
Yeah.
I was wondering about those two dudes that are just sitting there being security guys and like, oh, did somebody order the Cerritos today? Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, red alert.
That was funny.
Those guys are just like, they were that much above. They were that close to being Packlids.
Well, they figured they're sitting there bored all the time. Who's going to steal a starship?
I mean, it's your average security dude at the back of a fucking candy store or something. They're not high quality, like super critical.
We're in the 23rd
people.
century. Like, who's going to steal a starship?
Who's going to steal a Cali-Class starship?
Right?
No.
I half expected them to be drinking a cup of coffee with their heels up on the desk while they're watching TV.
There's coffee in that nebula.
I wanted to see, like Uhura did, I wanted to see Beckett tell the guy to get in the closet because hold a phaser on him.
No one should ever be told to get in the closet. I'm taking a stand.
Okay, that's okay. I'll take your stand. But I just, I thought that would have been a wonderful tribute. They do these shows so far in advance. Mm-hmm. It's probably not as poignant today as it would have been, or poignant then as it would have been today, because we having just recently losing Nichelle.
Yeah.
A lot of people on Twitter and Facebook said that was one of her favorite scenes that they loved about Uhura. They said that the scene in Star Trek 3 where she tells Mr. Excitement to get in the fucking closet.
Yeah,
I love that scene, and I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Well, she was a badass, and I'm glad they kind of leaned into that in that movie.
Yeah.
So that was good. Question, Heather.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's getting time for you to get your tux on.
Yeah.
Heather, 1 to
Captain?
10. 1 to 10. What would you give this one?
Oh, it's Lower Decks. I give this an 8.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's a fantastic show. I always enjoy watching Lower Decks. I wanted to leave 1 or 2 numbers available because I know that they just put out such great shit that I'm expecting to give them a 9 and a 10 for a couple of them. So
I'd
give them an 8.
So you gave him an 8 with the wiggle room.
Hello.
So you gave him an 8 with the wiggle room.
It was 8 with wiggle room.
How about you, number 1?
I will probably go 8. Yeah, 8 sounds good. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a knock your socks off episode, but it was good.
And you, Chief?
I'm harder.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm going to go with a 9.
I can see
because, it's lower decks, and I've been like fiending for lower decks, so it's so good to get it. It hits so hard.
Yeah, that's what she said.
9.0, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in my 8 because it's comfortable,
and you got the wiggle room,
and it's got a little bit of room in there, so don't quite hit bottom. So I like it. So it was done really well, and I like all the little Easter eggs in there. And of course, I could always rely on my science officer to find all the ones that I didn't find. So that was pretty cool.
Which was nice.
It was, yeah, no. Oh, shut up. Well, you know what? I'm going to do something that's going to really chap your hide. What's next week's episode?
Your mom.
No, she's not in this one.
I don't know.
She's going to be in the finale.
Ooh.
Is it known?
Ooh. Yes, it is known. It is up there.
Oh.
See, I knew this was going to do it because he's on an away mission and he didn't bring his computer access comm badge.
Well,
do you want me to tell you?
Too, do you want sucked us out of?
Do you want my science officer to do it?
All the way up on Lonely on the old little starship in
I
orbit?
don't care. That's fine.
Okay, he is Twitter painted right now. He's not quite sure. So Heather,
it's called the least dangerous game.
Ooh.
Oh, he got it.
The least dangerous game. So that's the homework for next week is the least dangerous game. Now, if you happen to be at the Star Trek convention right now in Vegas and want to see us, you're too fucking late because this time you hear this, we're done.
I'm heading to this after the show.
We're not even here. So we're gone. We wanted to get a bunch of pictures with tribbles all over the place, but we can't find the tribbles.
You know, if you see the floor outside, it looks like if you threw a couple tribbles on the floor, it would look like they would blend in.
Yeah.
All these little circles. Can't
I don't
know if it's
them.
like it on all the floors here, but on my floor, it's like that.
Yeah, you can't find them. And unfortunately, even though I gave the dot strict command not to go back out by the slot machine, the fucker left anyway. So I get a feeling we're going to come back with a lot of coins.
I'm going to have to go out there with a remote like you do with your car in the parking lot and you forget where you park. So you have to run through and click it everywhere.
To find the dots.
I'm going to be going down through the casino to see if I can locate the dot. And somebody's going to stop me because I look like I'm trying to do something electronic to the slot machines.
Yeah, security was after you last time.
Watch out.
Yeah, they made him stay away from the roulette and the craps table because he spin around too quick and has knocked shit off on the floor.
So
when you start spinning around too quick, you might crap.
Yeah, so there's like, God damn it, you knocked my poker chips over. Sorry, sir. It's a physical problem. And it's like, I have a physical handicap. And the guy looked at him, I wouldn't call that a handicap. So
call that advantage. Player's advantage right there.
So, and that was cute. That little lady, excuse me, do you pass out when you get excited? So that was, oh my God, I'm going off on a tangent.
Yeah,
he's got to get his suit on.
We need to edit the show.
So yeah, thanks everybody for listening. Please remember, if you want to send us any email, it's at thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. That is thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. All of our show notes, links, and everything else can be found on our main page, which is starfleetunderground.com as well. So thank you so much.
Go check out the merch.
There's a lot of merchandise. In fact, there's even more and more.
Merch is coming online.
We lied to a Ferengi and told him it wasn't like low money. And so he's like turning out all these different things on us. So he's thinking he's going to get all this gold press latinum, but yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to give him a Hershey bar and silver wrapper. But
Charlie Beckett.
so much.
And help us feed and neuter tribbles on Patreon.
Yes, please do. So thank you. If you guys listen to us, you can just like even be a member for a month and give us like $1. We appreciate it. So thank you so much. And please remember, just don't have a great week, but make it so.
And if you can, support the show by going to patreon.com/Starfleet Underground. Lots of perks to choose from, and you might even like some of them. Starfleet Underground, beaming into a podcast feed near you. Log on to our website at starfleetunderground.com and send your comments and questions to thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. Follow us on Twitter at StarfleetUnderG and on Facebook and Instagram, we're Starfleet Underground.